Hey everybody, how's it going? Sue here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you popped in today. Thank you so very much. And I hope everyone is having an absolutely fantastic day out there today. Today we're going to go back to 1963. We're going to do Walk Like a Man by the Four Seasons. We have not done the Four Seasons for a very long time, and in fact we did them. We haven't even done any of their 60s music. We've only done them once, and it was December 1963, Oh What a Night, which is a very cool song, but it came out in the mid 1970s. So today we're going to go back to where they started in the 1960s, and we're going to do Walk Like a Man, which was a cool song, and it's going to be a kind of a neat one to see because I think we're going to get to see a video of them actually doing this. It'll probably not be a live version, it'll probably be lip syncing, but it'll be cool nonetheless to actually see the boys singing back in the day when this song first came out. And if you guys are enjoying what I'm doing on the channel, maybe you like this kind of genre of music or this time period of music, you can show me by liking this video and subscribing to the channel if you have not already done so. It really does help me a ton when you do that because it gets my videos out to other people and helps the channel to grow. And only you guys can help me with the growth of the channel. So I thank you in advance for that. And if you care to, you can always join as a member of my channel. Just click on that join button. It'll tell you everything that you could possibly need to know. All right, here we go. From 1963, this is Walk Like a Man. Now, I don't know what show this was on, and I don't know what year they actually did this performance. So if you guys want to tell me anything about the performance, the show, anything about the band or this song, I would love to know. Here we go. Walk Like a Man by the Four Seasons. Okay, I'm getting a kick out of some of these dancers. Some of them I don't think should be professional dancers. Some of them don't look like they have that much with them, but they look like they're having fun nonetheless. Anyway, this is amazing. I love this. There's something about this particular song by the Four Seasons. There's something about it that reminds me of some of the stuff that would have been coming out of the UK at this time, especially the beginning of the song. The way the clapping, the percussion, it just has that sort of sound to me that it came more out of that UK sound than maybe out of the United States at the time. But anyway, cool sound. It does have a bit of an R&B feel. How about that falsetto? You know, when we talk about falsettos, we really think a lot about falsettos in the 1970s, but of course, people using our falsettos had been going on for years before that, but it really came to prominence with a lot of groups in the 1970s, especially groups like the Bee Gees. But I think a lot of the groups that were coming out in the 1970s really have groups like this, Frankie Valli and his amazing falsetto voice, to kind of thank for stuff that they did later on. Anyway, just a cool song. I love it. And the rest of the Four Seasons too, there's one guy in the band that's got a very low voice, so I love how they kind of compare, or they contrast each other with the falsetto and then the mid-tones and then the low tones, and they just sound so great together. The harmonies are so tight with these guys, absolutely amazing. They could teach anybody how to do harmonies. They are just so good. Now this song did pretty well for them, not as well as some of their other songs. This one I think was one of their kind of not, it was still an early single, but it was one of the ones that came after a couple of their bigger hits. I think like Sherry, etc., I think was out first. But this one still did very well. In fact, it hit #1 in both the US and in New Zealand, and it hit number 12 in the UK. But I couldn't find any charting information for anywhere else, and that kind of was, found that a little bit interesting, especially maybe it didn't chart in Canada or maybe in Australia. I don't know, because it would seem that if it charted in New Zealand and also in the United States, that it may have charted in those two particular countries, but you guys can tell me, because maybe I just couldn't find any. Anyway, absolutely fantastic. Now, there have been a number of groups that have done covers of this song, including Jan and Dean and the Mary Jane Girls. But if you want to have a completely different kind of feel for a cover, check out the 1985 version that Divine did, Walk Like a Man. It is something else. If you don't know who Divine is, Divine was a drag queen back in the day and had a few different hits out, and this was maybe one of his minor kind of hits, but nonetheless, it's worth checking out if you want to hear something completely different than this. All right, let's rewind this a wee bit. That was great. I haven't heard that song in a very long time. I don't really hear the Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons on the radio much anymore, but when I do, it's not usually this song. It's usually like Sherry. It's a fairly big one, probably one of their most well-known songs, or stuff from the 1970s I still hear a little bit more of. Anyway, this was a classic, and I am really glad that we got to revisit this one today, because it's been a number of years since I've actually heard that song, and it still holds up as a 1960s classic. It is so good. Their vocals are just so tight, and they are just so amazing. And like I said, that falsetto that he had, it was groundbreaking. Anyway, absolutely amazing. If you guys like the Four Seasons and you'd like me to do more of their stuff, please put down in the comments, and I'll do my very best to get to as many as I can, because they were amazing. And if you'd like to hear some other videos that I've done in the past, maybe the other Four Seasons song that I've done, just look up here at the end of this video and a couple will pop up. And if you're interested, you could check them out. And if you'd like to support the channel in another way, you could hit that super thanks button, and I'd be very, very happy if you did that. Okay, everybody, I think that wraps it up for the day. So everyone have a joyful one, and I will see you all again next time. Thank you so very much for coming by today. Bye-bye.